Why have the lambs stopped screaming?
I don't hear them.
I don't either. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Sons of Haddonfield. As always, I'm Ian, and this is Josh.
Hey.
And we're here to do one thing, and one thing only.
And what is that?
Find out why the lambs have stopped screaming.
Why have they stopped screaming?
Because Paramount Plus is taking this show, Clarice, which is a sequel to Silence of the Lambs, in a wrong direction, if you ask me.
Kind of got derailed. Did it ever?
Derail is a smart term, because did it ever start off on the right?
That's what I was gonna say.
Start off on the right track?
Yeah, I was gonna say, derail might be too nice for this show.
Like, okay, the pluses, the acting's good.
Is it okay? Is it good?
It's good enough for
Is
TV.
it decent enough?
It's decent enough for
well,
TV.
no. No. Hold on. I believe we are in like the golden era of TV. So to say something like it's good enough for TV, when you look at Disney Plus, look at the Marvel original series that are being put out. Those are movie quality.
An HBO TV series.
The HBO Max. Those are cinema quality.
I like Michael Cudlitz as Agent Krenler. I don't like what they're doing with the story, but we'll get into that in a bit. Kal Penn. He's good.
Kal Penn.
He's better than he's been in other things. Nick Sando, I think, from Orange is the New Black, plays one of the agents. But Rebecca Breeds, who plays Clarice, I think she does a good job channeling Jodie Foster. But again, the story has a lot of inconsistencies for a diehard Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter fan. Like, that's like top 10 horror movies of all time.
Yeah. You said there was 3 episodes left.
3 episodes left. I thought it was gonna only have 7, but I guess my app updated and there's gonna be 3 more episodes. At least this season. I don't know if it's been renewed or not. Like I said, I'm gonna stick it out for this season, at least as background noise, and we'll see what happens.
You know what? Yeah. I gave up on it after 2 episodes.
Yeah, and here's what.
Garbage day.
Huh?
No.
Here's why I almost gave up on it. 1, it's too easy. Like the early episodes going forward, it was like one case after another, like a periodical or serial episode where it was like, oh, there's a bad guy and it's one problem and here we go, we got said problem. But they started weaving it out and interlacing stories.
That's good because it did not start off like that.
A little bit. It's a little bit, but still, it's like, it's not good. Like, it seems still pretty far-fetched for me, and like I'm not really digging it. I hear it.
Something's coming.
Is it Buffalo Bob?
The Lambs.
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, I gave up after 2 episodes. I couldn't take it. I was so excited. It was one of my most anticipated shows of 2021. Super excited to see this. I thought it was going to be amazing. I didn't like the first episode. I watched the second one, and I hated it.
Yeah, the first 2 I wasn't a fan of.
It was what you said. It made it seem like a periodical, like a serial. Like, what are those?
Serial killer of the week.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as any other of the cop shows on the
any network.
The
TV.
Network TV. Wow, that was tough to say.
Yeah, it's very tough.
But yeah, it's just, and I don't like those. And I thought this one would be different because it's based on Clarice and
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. No.
That, like, I was okay. Like, they have gotten better, like, as they've gone on. There was a cool episode where it did a huge, awesome callback. But, I mean, no one's going to be Hannibal. because he's in the wind until Red Dragon. But my biggest take, why I don't like, it's not as high on my list as any of the other shows. And I think, was it episode 2? It mentioned she had a brother.
Yeah.
It's never come back to that, which is kind of one of the reasons why I've stuck it out, because Clarice never had any siblings.
No.
And as established in Silence of the Lambs. And normally, yeah, okay, fine. It's your own thing, do whatever. But when you directly tie it into one of the most well-loved films of at least our generation and probably the one before it, like when you're saying this is a sequel to that, you make sure your facts line up. Like, that's to me how I feel about it.
That's important.
Yeah, like the small details if you're doing it as a sequel. Like if you're just saying, hey, boom, we're gonna do some stuff with this character well down the line, and it's gonna be our own thing. And if you came out and said that, fine. But when you're like, boom, it's tied in, you keep doing callbacks to all these characters, that's what really makes it not as good for me.
It takes you out.
And the other thing, even though Michael Cudlitz is an amazing actor, I love him, the direction with his character I'm not really a fan of, because if you've seen the sequel, Hannibal, to Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, you'll know he's a misogynistic, sexist asshole who wants nothing to do but to ruin her career. Maybe it's going to get there, but so far he's like a nice-ish guy, but still kind of like hardcore. But he's like, hey, I care about my team and I care about everybody.
No.
Well, no, he hates her, like, wholeheartedly.
Because he's supposed to be Ray Liotta's character. Yeah.
Eventually.
No.
Or who Ray Liotta becomes in that sequel. But, yeah, he's like, I'm a nice guy. I care about all these people and I care about you, Clarice. And da-da-da, even though he sometimes yells at her a lot. And other things, it's never like, da-da-da-da-da-da. But maybe they can't get away with that stuff on cable.
On network TV.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with that being on a Paramount Plus on a network TV channel.
Well, I mean, Paramount Plus can do their own thing, but because it's on CBS, it's airing on TV. That's the problem. If it was a Paramount Plus exclusive, they could get away with it. Like, let's look at The Stand. Paramount Plus only. They did a ton of stuff in there, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was decent enough. Now, here's what I'll say, though. I don't have much to add to this. I'm sorry for a review video. It's mostly all Ian tonight because I gave up on it after 2 episodes. I guess that is my review. Don't waste your time with it, is what I'll say. If you do want to see a Silence of the Lambs story that was made for TV, do yourself a favor and check out Hannibal. I believe it is on Netflix now. It originally aired on... I'm not talking about Hannibal the movie. I'm talking about Hannibal the series.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen is iconic as Hannibal Lecter in that series.
Before we begin, you must all be warned. Nothing here is vegetarian. Bon appetit.
Amazing acting, amazing storytelling, amazing character direction. It goes places you wouldn't think it would, but it still fits the character. Like you were saying, they were just randomly adding stuff to Clarice. They don't do that with Hannibal. They take their liberties and do different things with them and take the characters on entirely unique and different directions. And I'm not going to say anything because if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it for you. But it all fits within the realm of Silence of the Lambs. It all fits within those characters. As in Clarice, it does not. So if you want to see something that I believe is on par with the movie, I love the Hannibal series. I believe Mads Mikkelsen is incredible, just as good as Anthony Hopkins. I'm probably going to come under fire from a lot of purists.
I think a lot of people like him as Hannibal. I enjoyed it. The first couple episodes, I think I saw the first season when it originally aired, and I never came back to it, probably because I didn't have cable or whatever at the time. But now I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch it. That's my plan.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite series of all time. It's so well done, and I am just praying that they do make another season. I know it's been talked about a lot that Netflix might pick up a new season, or HBO Max might pick up a new season, or whatever it is, might pick up a new season, but it hasn't actually been done yet. And man, does it deserve a new season.
So what you got to do is you got to watch it on Netflix a lot to build up that wow factor and make them want to spend the money to do it.
Exactly.
If you've seen Clarice so far or Hannibal, let us know in the comments below and tell us what you think. And will you be finishing it if you've started it like I am, or are you just done like he is?
I mean, I've seen some people that are enjoying it, and if you enjoy it, that's awesome. I'm glad you do, and I'm glad you can get into the series and get into the character. That's the great thing about art, is that it's all subjective. What we like may be something that you guys don't like, and that is fine. That's the great thing, and it kind of brings us all together in its own unique way, even if we don't always agree. But yeah,
I'll finish it, but it was mainly background
if you had to give it a out of 10,
5 or 4,
4 or 5 out of 10, I would go 1 out of 10. I was not a fan at all.
Maybe my impression will change with the last 3 episodes.
Maybe.
So I'll get back with you. I'll put something in the comments and maybe you'll see it.
And hey, follow us on Instagram at Sons of Haddonfield, or my personal account is Husker Sensei.
Ibeck Joe, or on Twitter as Haddonfield Sons.
Follow us on there. We do live treats all Friday long with Joe Bob Briggs. And we're always posting stuff on Instagram. You can follow along with every single movie we watch and what we think of it. Also on Letterboxd, if you guys have Letterboxd, same thing. I'm Husker Sensei.
Ibeck Joe.
We're easy to remember. All of our handles are the same. So follow us. And of course, you're already here. Like and subscribe right here on the YouTube. And we will see you next time. Bye. Bye what? Bye, babes. What am I saying?
Peace. Stay spooky. Whatever.